Hello, I'm Vara,
Hi, Vara. I'm Roxy.
and you're listening to VCR. How you doing, Roxy?
I'm feeling really goofy.
Yeah, I bet you had a
I
really
think it's
great,
this giant ass coffee.
probably, and all that Dunkin' you're downing over there, and then someone had a good time at the Astros game last night. Even though the Astros did not win, but
They did not win.
yeah,
It was
I'm
so
not,
fun though.
you know, not saying someone predicted that, but someone predicted
Look. Oh, no,
based,
no.
based on attendance and nothing else. Oh, it's like, oh my God, she's there. They're probably going to lose, and they did
And they did lose.
pretty bad too. So,
Yeah, it was not good.
oh my God. So anyway, moving on. Speaking of losing and winning, we actually found a winner. Roxy found a winner for us to watch that I have to admit was a really good series. Very almost Twilight Zone-esque, if you're into
Yes.
that. Really fascinating series called Nightmares and Daydreams, and it's on Netflix, and you can
Mhm.
watch it on that platform. Roxy discover. How did you end up discovering this?
I honestly don't know. I think it was because I watched another series. And it just once you watch something, it starts
Mhm.
suggesting stuff for you.
Right.
And it came up as something I may like. And I was like, okay, let's try this. I was like, this does look interesting. So I started watching it and I was like, oh, I really like this. This is really good.
Yeah, and if you kind of need to know what genre this is falling under, you're kind of looking at science fiction, mystery, and
A little horror. I
I
think it
would
listed under
definitely
horror.
say a dash of horror in it because it was I can see mystery and suspense
Oh,
because it
yeah.
was really suspenseful. Like every
Mhm.
episode, so every episode, I think there's 8 episodes, 7 or 8
Yes.
episodes,
I think it's
and,
8 episodes.
and I think each one's an hour, right? Is what I remember. So each episode's an hour.
Yeah, I think so.
You could binge watch this pretty quickly in a day.
Yeah, definitely watch it in a weekend
Yeah, it's a weekend kind of
easily.
thing. The
I
stories
did.
are good. Yeah, I know. Like she did it and then I did it. I took 2 days because I started it during the weekdays. And so I
I
watched
think
it.
I I think I binged it in a day when I was rotting on the couch one day.
Yeah, I watched like 3 or 4 episodes one day, and then the next day I watched the rest of them, and I was like, "Oh my God, that is actually really good." So the interesting thing about this, and kind of surprising, is this is a series coming out
Hmm.
of Indonesia,
Yeah.
and I wasn't expecting that. So, and I'm going to tell you this: it's clearly recorded in Indonesian,
Mm.
but
Oh
with
yeah, yeah.
and you don't have to worry about subtitles. It doesn't have the annoying American English subtitles at the bottom. It's dubbed over,
Hmm.
so you
English dub.
follow along really well. And the truth is, the dubbing isn't bad.
Mm.
Like they do a pretty good job of syncing it up. You can tell it's
The
being dubbed.
voices,
Yeah,
however,
right.
don't
Or you
always
can,
match up, but the
yeah.
syncing matches.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that you can tell it's being dubbed, but the thing is,
Mhm.
it's not horrible where,
No,
it's
it's not
like,
like the old dubbing where they're like, oh,
yeah, or
you know?
it's like 20 minutes of mouth movement just to say,
Oh.
hi, how are you? You know? It was actually really well done. The
Mhm.
stories on each of them were pretty creative.
Oh yeah.
And before we get into the creativity of the stories, I will say this. It was also very kind of American Horror Story-esque for me.
Yes.
And because they all had every story had a connection to the next story. And it may have been very subtle or it may be a theme or something, but
Yeah, because
in
I
the
did not catch that at all. Like when I first watched it, I didn't catch that each one was connected.
Yeah, I mean there's this really interesting thing going on. You really have to watch for it because where you're going to really learn it is in the ending episode where
Hmm.
they show you, hey, we're all together, or certain characters from each episode are all together
Hmm.
to take on this thing that's happening, and they leave you in suspense. Like there's definitely going to have to be a second season to this. Like
Oh, for
they,
sure. There
they
better be.
yeah, there
I
cannot
would be
end it.
so mad.
Yes, absolutely. I would be pretty
Because
pissed
even some
too.
of the stories, the way each story ends, there's something left like, okay, there's going to be a part two.
Mhm.
Like it leaves you knowing that there's something else coming. And there's a certain one that I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to see this one.
Okay, so which one was the one for you that you can't wait to see?
I believe it's number three, the one about the writer.
Oh yes, yes. Oh, that was a good one.
I was
That
like,
was a
oh,
good one.
I
Oh
can't
my
wait to
God.
see part two. I was
And
like, they better come out with another one.
for me, I can't remember. I think it may have been number four, the one after that, about the movie theater and the guy who was
Yes, that one was so crazy.
he would
Oh, that
walk
was a good
into
one
it.
too.
That was really good. That was kind of a
Mm.
time warp situation. And then the way they leave it at the end makes you wonder what the fuck happened? Now clearly the wife goes on, Dewey is the name of her character, because at the end she's there and it kind of seems like she's leading this whole group. So whatever
Yeah,
it is, she's kind of a major key to this. But the thing is, they leave the stories just like, fuck you, wait till the
very
next one.
open-ended. And you're just like, what's happening?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God, I want to know. Like, you need to sum this up for me. But it's
Please.
all coming together, and it's like, oh my God, this is brilliant. And that's where you kind of get this American Horror Story-esque type of thing, because all those stories are connected, but you don't see it until the series moves on.
Hmm.
I think the unique thing about this is you don't really see that or understand that until the final episode.
Yeah, that I didn't connect the dots until the final
Yeah,
episode. And I was
that's
like,
when you
and
realize.
and even then I was just like, I was like, wait, are they? Wait. I still had so many questions.
Mhm. No, it leaves you with a lot of questions because the way they do it, and it's very suspenseful. So it's like you
Hmm.
want answers, but you're not going to get them. So you have to wait for the next season to hopefully get more answers and see what happens from there. But I think one of the common themes that you can see here is that there is a secret society that they're all kind of dealing with, or there are these weird secret forces and demonic forces that are
Right.
connected, and that's the connection. That's
But
the weird connection. Like,
they're not really
um,
aliens, but they said that they're not devils either.
right, well, them, no, but there isn't a weird. I thought there was a weird alien connection with the Dewey story at the end where she's hugging her husband and that thing comes to the
Yes.
ground. And to me, that was an alien type of situation. I could be wrong. I don't know
I
if
think
we
that's
can
more of
verify it.
a, I don't think alien. I think it's more of like a spiritual being.
Maybe, maybe. But there was something that came out the ground and then it went with it. And it looked more
Hmm.
cyborgy than anything else.
I guess it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was going more with aliens. But that was a very touching uh episode
That
because
was a really good episode.
yeah, I'll ruin that episode for you guys. I won't ruin the rest of it. But like, it starts off with this very poor family, and they're very happy. Like this guy's just they're kind of living in a slum, and he's painting, and what he paints is movie posters. And then her family gets involved because apparently she has money,
Yeah,
and
she
they're
comes from a
upset.
rich family.
Yeah, and they're upset that she's with him, and so they're trying to drive them apart. And he was telling his son the story about how they met, which was at a movie theater that he used to work at.
Hmm.
And, that's how they fell in love. And they kept the dollar or the money from the movie theater that had their names on it, type of thing. And so he's going off to go pick up like some aspirin for her because she's in a lot of pain. They don't exactly explain what's going on with her, but she's in a lot of pain.
I
Uh,
think it was like, I think she was on her period and she just had really painful cramps and he was going to get her medicine.
Okay, maybe that's what it was. So, the bus takes him by the old theater that he used to work at. And he's like, "Oh, he wants to get off and take a look at it." So he does. And he's there and he's just like, oh my God, look at how cool and all this other stuff. It's run down, it's shut down. But he finds a door that's open and he goes into it. And here's the thing, all these people are in there, like from his past, and they all look
Mhm.
super young. So he's just there hanging out with them for a minute. But for the short time that he was there, he had gone missing for
Two
1 or 2 years in the real,
years.
yeah, in the real world. And it was just insane. And he just shows up to his house like nothing, because for him, he was only gone for a few minutes,
Yeah,
like
he was
30
gone for I think
minutes.
30 minutes.
And then he comes back and like 2 years have passed. So the way that ends is going to be really interesting. I don't want to ruin the ending, but like it's not just happening to him, it's happening to a lot of people on a news report,
Yeah.
and they're calling it like a mental illness that's driving people to become homeless. And she sees him on the TV and she goes out trying to find him. And it just becomes this really interesting story, even though she had ran off and got remarried because he took off, and she had a son to raise. But she clearly
Because he
still,
disappeared again.
yeah, exactly. And so clearly she still loves him,
Yeah.
because she went looking for him. So it's been a really, really interesting,
Oh, yeah. That was a
story
good
on
one.
that one. But it is a
And each of
absolutely
the
brilliant.
stories has some kind of like gut-wrenching, heart-wrenching story. Like, the first one with the mother in the nursing home,
Yes.
and then the little boy in the second one, and then the sister in the third one. Like it's every one of them has something that just you're just like, oh my God, how? Like I
Yes,
couldn't how I could handle that, but it's very emotional, but at the same time, very suspenseful. And it's just really good.
it
I
is.
don't know
It is.
how else to describe
The
it.
first one about the nursing home was really good. That was really
Oh,
good, and the choices that they make in the end, I was like,
hmm.
wow, that was just interesting and well done. I want to say that one had like the closest to a happy ending on it. That one, even though
Right?
that ending
Maybe.
was kind of pretty sad. Let me go ahead and do what I do and share screen with you, because I want to show y'all a little bit of this daydreamy kind of thing that's happening here. So this, Roxy, can you see me?
I do.
Yay. So this is Joko's Nightmares and Daydreams.
Joko Anwar's Nightmares and
Joko
Daydreams.
Anwar's Nightmares and Daydreams. And it's really good. Like I said, Indonesian, and it's a really, really fascinating series. Um, Internet Movie Doo-Doo Base doesn't give it a really high rating. 6.5 out of
Rotten
10.
Tomatoes either.
Yeah. Well, 88 I feel is actually pretty good. I'm not saying it's terrible, but that's actually, I think, a pretty good little rating. Um, I probably would give it like in the 90s, maybe mid to low 90s. I don't know, Roxy, what would you give it if you
I would do I think I would do upper 90s.
upper 90s? Okay.
Yeah,
I
because
would.
I really, really enjoyed the show. And I mean, so much I watched it like three times. Come on.
Oh,
Like,
well, yeah, you loved it. I have to give it like 94, 95. I really liked it. I'm not saying it's the greatest thing out there, but I really did like it. So
and
it's still a high score for me to go check
yeah.
it out. But Nightmares and Daydreams is excellent. I think part of here's a list of the shows. So you have The Old House, you have The Orphan. That was actually pretty good too. Poems
Hmm.
and Pain, which is the writer one.
Hmm.
Encounters, which that one is the one about the movie theater.
No,
No? Which one is that?
no, that's the one where they are I think that's the one where they're the fishermen where they're collecting the stuff in
Oh,
the,
yes, and they see
and
the
he sees the
angel.
angel. Yeah,
Yes, okay. Then you have the other side. Oh, the other side is the movie theater.
that's the movie. Yeah.
Then you have Hypnotized, and then you have P.O. Box. P.O.
Okay, so
Box is
there's seven
actually,
episodes.
yeah, P.O. Box was good, and that's the episode where everything comes together.
And I think that was a great way to end that season, like to pull it all
Yes,
in.
absolutely. So that one was really good. Now, so my understanding is there should be a season two, but let's look here where it says, will there be a season two?
Please, I hope there is.
It's been renewed for season two. What we know is Indonesia horror maestro Joko
Anwar.
Anwar has confirmed that his Netflix supernatural anthology series Nightmares and Daydreams has been officially renewed for season two after strong viewership and critically acclaimed. And it really is. I loved it. But see, here's the thing.
Highly, highly recommend.
I'm going to I'm gonna stop sharing and I'm gonna bitch for a quick second. Okay, here's my bitching session. All right, definitely deserves a season two. Love that they're doing a season two. Excited about season two, right?
Really excited.
Fucking pissed at decision making at Netflix because clearly they're stupid. Because here's the thing, Chronos was an amazing series. People critically acclaimed and loved that show, the one about the Greek gods. You remember that?
Chaos.
Chaos. Kronos, sorry. Kronos is Zeus's
I
father.
was like, what is
No,
that?
Kronos is Zeus's father.
Yeah,
That's what I was
chaos. They
thinking
need to
of.
bring chaos back
But
for season two.
but Chaos was absolutely spectacular. Had a
Amazing.
brilliant, beautifully written, and they canceled and like, oh, not enough. And I was like, bullshit. And I'm
I
furious.
watched it 20 times myself.
And see, here's the thing. Roxy doesn't normally go off of my recommendations. She
I
gets
don't because they suck.
but she saw Chaos and she fucking loved it. And then she was like, of course, you would fucking recommend a series that I would love, and now they canceled it. She was all kinds of mad at
No,
me.
I'm pretty sure I recommended chaos to you.
No, I recommended Chaos to you. Remember, you
I don't
didn't.
believe so.
Yes. No, I recommended that to you.
I don't believe so.
Whatever. We'll have this fight later.
But
But she was all kinds of.
I
No,
was mad that they
yeah.
canceled it. I was
It,
pissed
hmm.
because there was so much story left. Like there was so much more to tell. And
And
they
it
did
was,
such a great introduction. Like, how could you just leave it?
I
Like, that's
know.
crazy.
And
I
then
wanted to see what happens.
the actors in it were great too. It was a
Hmm.
superb
Like,
show
come
that
on.
Netflix was just like, no. And I'm like, fuck you, Netflix.
I'm gonna write
But
them a strongly worded email.
exactly. But at least they got it right for Nightmares and Daydreams,
Yes, at least
which
they
is
got this one
good.
right.
Yeah, that is going to be absolutely great. And I'm excited about that. But if they could do that, they can go back and do Chaoses.
They really should go back
They,
and redo it.
they really should that because that was
Are you
brilliant.
listening, Netflix?
They need
Do
it.
it. Do it,
Exactly.
lady.
But yes, it's a great series. Highly recommend. Like I said, it very much gives off Twilight Zone meets American Horror Story meets,
hmm
mystery, suspense, horror, and I
Little Alfred Hitchcocky
yeah, you know what? You could even throw that in there too.
minus the narration.
That suspense that they're giving very kind of Hitchcockian in a sci-fi way.
hmm
So I really very much enjoyed it. I have to give it like a 94 or at least an A minus uh on my ratings. Um Roxy I know loved it, so she's probably going to give it a higher grade than me.
It definitely got an A plus for me.
A plus, so she gets full hundreds on that. So it
I'm not quite a full 100, but like a 98.
90. Okay, well then you give it an A. Give it an A. So it's a great show, really is. Definitely need to check it out. I have to say it's like I said, really well acted too.
hmm
Really well acted. I'm sure in Indonesia, these actors are top of the line over there. For us, it's our first introduction to some of them, but
Hmm.
it was,
All of them. I didn't see any of
yeah,
them. I've never seen any of those actors before.
sure enough.
They were
It was
great.
it was great. It really was a great movie. Enjoyed it, loved every bit of it, and hope to.
Trying to introduce more people to it.
Yes, I really do. And then I really want to check out what's going to happen in part two, or season two, because
And
that's going to
please
be
don't take a
interesting.
year to get it out.
Oh my God. That's the
Please.
other thing that kind of kills me is how long it takes for these seasons to come out. Like, one thing I will say this, like Netflix also gets this wrong. Why does it take you so damn long to produce another? Like, we have been waiting for season two of Wednesday, and like, it's out. Don't get me wrong, it's out now. But
Part two of season two comes out, I think, in a week or so.
yeah, it's in September, I think September 6th or something like that. But I think what drives me nuts is that how long did it take between seasons? That was almost a good
So long.
3 years, wasn't
I was
it?
gonna say like 2 years, almost 2.5 years.
2, 3 years, something like that.
And this Nightmares and Daydreams came out in 2024. So
I'm hoping this will be
come
like,
on.
and we just discovered it for some reason.
Yeah, it
Um,
just popped up on my radar. And so I'm ready. I'm ready for season two.
And then I think the other thing is like, Stranger Things, which should be finishing pretty soon here. But like, look at how much time has gone between
Yeah,
that.
that does. I mean, these things do take a long time.
Yes,
It
not,
does take time to get them.
but some longer than others. Like Stranger Things has massive gaps between them.
And they better put it out before they do another price hike.
Yeah, they
Because
really.
I'm not doing this shit.
And same thing with Sandman. Like Sandman was a series that came out in I want to say 2019 or so. And they're just barely doing season two, which came out this year,
Jeez.
and then not only a couple of months ago. So it's like, love Netflix as I do, you kind of need to tighten up that game. You really do. Like
Like, I wonder at
smaller
what
pro
point is it that they know that they're going to renew it? Like, how long does it take for them to say, okay, season two?
It shouldn't take that. For TV series, they tell you immediately, like, "Oh my God, this is great. Renew, start renewing." Netflix, I don't think runs off that formula, but they have to be able to say, like, "Hey, by the time this ends, we need to fucking go ahead and say renew this for next season," because with Chaos, same thing. It was they didn't renew it. But they knew that like right after it came out that they weren't renewing it. And I was like, that was a really stupid decision.
Really
You
stupid.
know, um, but yeah, it takes them forever to renew everything else. I think they really need to look at how long they let things go for, and they need to renew and start production a little quicker. And then two, they also need to definitely do a better job of saying, this is a hit show,
Right.
we should maybe renew this instead of canceling it. Um, and just give the people what they want. I mean, really,
Yeah, chaos. Bring me the chaos.
you know,
The
you
show, not
like,
really in life.
why can't you give people the chaos? People wanted the chaos, you didn't bring it. But
Mm-mm.
you have a lesser known show like Nightmares and Daydreams, you're gonna renew that because like people like it. I was like, yeah, why wouldn't the fuck you do that for chaos? You know?
Maybe it had something to do with all the big names.
I
It
mean,
was harder to pay them.
if there was an ego issue or it was a pain in the ass to deal with, then say that. You don't have to be like, oh well, we're not canceling because it really didn't do great on the ratings. I was like, bullshit. It did great on the ratings. If it's an ego issue amongst the actors, just fucking say it. Now I get that.
Right.
You had some, big name, you know, uh, actors, Jeff Goldblum, Kate Blanchett. Wait, that was Kate Blanchett, right?
I think so.
Yeah. You had like other huge
There
name
were a
people.
lot of big names in that
Yes,
series.
and now you're just gonna be, oh no, fuck you. Get it together, baby. Get it together.
Seriously.
You know. But let's say you have another show or a suspense show that maybe you want to bring to
Ooh.
our attention, or maybe you agree with us and they should bring chaos back. This
Yeah.
show actually was about nightmares and daydreams and not chaos. And
Yeah.
I just get so angry.
We do. We get worked up about that show.
Oh my God, that's just like, how fucking dare you? Uh, But anyway, going on with it, email us to the VCR show at gmail.com or check us out at our social medias, the VCR Show, YouTube, the VCR Show, and our website, thevcrshow.com. And you can check out Roxy's social medias and say, hey, I would love to sit and watch, Nightmares and Daydreams with you if you'd like. And you can do that at her social medias, which are.
On Facebook at Roxy Perez Curvy Model, on Instagram at PopRocks428, and on TikTok at the Pop Rocks. And Pop Rocks is spelled POPROXX.
And as always, I'm Vara,
And I'm Roxy.
and you've been listening to VCR.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Yay.
Yay.
You have been listening to VCR, creative content by Richard Christopher Vara and Roxy Perez. Logo by Richard Christopher Vara with assistance from Annie Ramirez. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach us at thevcrshow@gmail.com or our social medias at Instagram and Twitter at the VCR Show. And you can also check out our content at thevcrshow.com. The show song is Addict by Nefex, instrumental, and you can find them on YouTube Music Library.